Hello and good morning to you. And happy October. September, gone. See ya. We're out of here. And welcome to Shana's birthday month. Yep, it's her birthday month. Just think about that. Her birthday's on the 3rd. She celebrates her birthday. She likes birthday week. And she celebrates the whole month. So if you're a big Shana fan, then it's a great time to hang out with her. She's a lot of fun during her birthday month. And you too can spend some extra time with her this calendar month. Thank you guys for joining us today. We shall go ahead with our roll call. So during roll call, you guys should be chatting in, saying you are here, you are present, you are participating in this daily routine that we have going on. We just finished all the social media posting. We're doing some stuff right now. We're going to get some quick information in, and then you're going to start off with your day. And today is Friday. So yes, we have Show Me Your Listings today, I believe with Stacy, if I'm not mistaken. We'll have Stacy chat that in if she is hosting Show Me Your Listing today. So that would be directly after TNT. And Stacy also reminds us that this is the first day of the last business quarter of the year. So that's a great point, Stacy. I appreciate you bringing that one up. And with that, we will now turn our focus to the two topics that we have for today. Yes, just two. The Great Northwest. It's an amazing place to be an agent. We're going to talk about that. But with that topic, it's going to be more about what's going on in the real estate market in general and where these places are hot and why they're hot. And so we can see an overall trend within the United States. And then if we do have some time, we're going to get to 6 steps to relieve your stress and negativity, part 2, because there's some items in there I would like to cover, and we'll see if we can't get to that. And then our real estate word of the day is going to be to lock in. To lock in, it refers to an interest rate, so we'll discuss that topic. Hey, I think it's time. Let's do this. The Great Northwest. It's an amazing place to be a real estate agent right now. We're going to discuss that topic right here and quite a bit more. We got a link in an article that we're going to share off. The article relates to the best places right now, today, to be a real estate agent in the country. But it's not really about where, it's about why and what the underlying things are that go into that. So we're going to discuss that. Thank you to Megan for giving us this article and sharing this topic with us. So let's go ahead, chat in the link, and go over here. Hey, Megan, I appreciate it. So Megan brings this article up, and what it says is that the best places to be a real estate agent in the country, and they have the overall rankings. Oh, wow, state number 1 is Wyoming. That's weird. Thanks for bringing us the article, Megan, showing us that your home state is the absolute best place to be a real estate agent. And as we kind of look through this, what we're going to see is we have all different types of areas, but a lot of them that are way at the top of the list are Wyoming is super high, Utah is super high, right? We have Montana jumped up to number 12. We have South Dakota pretty high, right? We have all these different places that are jumping up high in the list that you might not think is necessarily where they would be. And so let's go ahead and take a look at the list in particular and show some items off here. And, you know, this is the first thing as soon as Megan sent me the article, I was like, oh, wow, this kind of captivated me. And what I saw was the picture here. And that was the first picture I saw. And I was like, wow, I've been there. And Megan's like, yeah, it's a super famous picture, Mike. It's like the most famous picture in the whole state. I'm like, oh, yeah. Well, that makes sense. So right behind, this is picture, I believe it would be in Jackson proper, if I'm not mistaken. And the Grand Tetons are right behind there, which we happen to be super fortunate to be able to do this summer. And with a barn right in the front. And I don't know if it's some type of Mormon barn or something with it. I can't remember all the details. But we've been there in person ourselves. And that was amazing. So I'm going to click on that second link that we had chatted in their own car, and there's my picture of it. So been to the same exact place, same barn, same sunrise. We happen to have a super smoky day because of wildfires, but anyways, And it looks like there's not as much grass here. Something happened. I don't know if all the grass is dead because it didn't rain and something like that. But I don't know. Looks like it's dramatically different than you see in that other picture. So we can talk about global warming later. We can talk about lack of rain. We can talk about all those different things because this picture looks dramatically different, doesn't it? Now, it was taken maybe from a slightly different angle because I can see that tree in there. Maybe the grass is really in the near ground and that, it was still that issue regardless. But thank you to Megan for bringing this up. Super fortunate that we're able to travel and do some of these things. It's an amazing place and time that we happen to live, that we're able to see the whole world, right? When I was out there last, I was looking at how difficult it would be to travel across the world at different times. And I sat in a horse-drawn carriage, kind of like a wagon. And it was one of the ones that like the settlers would have went across the West, and you'd see with these big wagon wheels turning. And I stopped at a place and looked at one and kind of was, seeing what it was all about. And it was like the size of a coffin is how big the whole space was, that it was there. And it was like all the worldly possessions, their whole family, everything had to be in there. And there's these monster wooden wheels, and I would have no idea how that would ever work out. Doesn't make any sense to me, but how fortunate are we that we happen to live in the current time period we live instead of one of those other time periods? Or maybe one of those time periods in the future where, real estate commissions are super under attack and, maybe 100 years from now, real estate's totally different and it's more automated and something like that. So I'm fortunate that we're able to be sitting here today with all these great things going on. So let's go back to our list and let's be thankful for where we happen to be, but see why these things are going on. So Wyoming, one of the things we have here is space, outdoors. It's not cheap at all, right? But we see people migrating here. And the Northwest, or the North, also got the Elon Musk internet right away with Starlink. So maybe people are moving up there because of that. We have Michigan is a great place to be a real estate agent right now as well. And, they're making a comeback there, but it's about being, where the other states happen to be. This is the overall household income in Michigan is high. So that's kind of driving that up the rankings here. And, with that becomes home prices. If people are making money, then they can buy more. So with these ratings, there's a lot of things that go into it. And it comes down to how many agents are in that market, how many homes are being sold, how fast they're selling, what the median income of the actual agent is. So some of it's supply and demand in a lot of different variables. But the thing that I want you to kind of see are where the places are that are growing and why these things are going on and why it's great to be an agent there, okay? But most importantly, what we're super fortunate to have is prices going up, so that directly affects our commissions on the upside as well. So everyone should be having a really good year. As we slide down the list, we will see West Virginia and we'll see some other places. As we get down to some other states here, we see Vermont up in the northeast, New Hampshire also up there too. They're showing off a lot of nature pictures. If you kind of see that, Utah would be going back up kind of to that northwest area and showing that off as well. So anyways, I'm going to let you guys go through the whole list yourself and take some time to go through there. But this gives you some fodder to be able to go ahead and discuss with your clients and just understand where things are good, where they're not, where there might be too many agents possibly. I think one of the challenges we have here in the state of Texas with us being on the list where we are is the fact that we have a lot of agents in the state, and specifically a lot of newly licensed agents. So that's affecting the metric that we have here. We do have a lot of home selling. We do have price appreciation. We do have all those things. So it's not that I would be nervous that being a real estate agent here is not a good thing, because it definitively is. There's just possibly more competition. But you could see from your income that you've been doing well this year, and it is, in fact, a really good place to be an agent. And I talked about timeline-wise just a minute ago. And I want to realize how grateful I am and how happy you should be with where we are currently in the economy, right? We have really good prices, and everyone seems to be doing all right at the current time. There are many times in the economic cycle where, real estate is a little bit more difficult to be involved with, and things are harder to sell, and there's longer timelines, and it's not as in demand as it is right now. There was times in our career decades ago where you couldn't sell a house no matter what you tried to do. And we're super fortunate to be where we are right now. And I know that every day when I wake up, I'm like, thank you for where we happen to be right now. Thank you for the fact that we live here in the state of Texas. Thank you for the fact that homes are doing what they're doing, that we're in demand, that people are looking at our industry and it's a real thing, right? It's not like you're a used car salesman doing any one of those things. You're a real estate agent, and you're a full professional that does this full time and does well with it. So just kind of be happy for that and see what we have today. That brings us to the conclusion of this topic. See ya. Let's go to word of the day. Get out of here. Today's real estate word of the day is lock in, or locked with an ED in. To lock in an interest rate is it's an agreement in which the lender guarantees a specific interest rate for a specific amount of time at certain costs. So the idea there is that your interest rate is set, or your terms are agreed to, and for a specified amount of time, so that you are not floating, that your rate's not going up, not going down, not playing the market. So you're locked in with your interest rate, and as long as you close during that specified amount of time, then you're okay. Now, to lock in over a longer, more extended period of time, say a new build that takes a long time, is going to have a cost associated with it, as far as either an adjustment to the interest rate to mitigate what that happens to be, or a financial cost to lock in for a longer time frame. There are some programs out there that may help alleviate this, or a subsidy to do that, but it is typically something that you would float your rate for a longer time frame and then lock it in as you get closer to get the best possible rate. There you go, locked in. Well, one topic today. That's all I covered. Uno. I just skipped the second one. I was like, Stacy, let's get the show on the road. Let's have Show Me Your Listings on time. So jump over with Stacy for Show Me Your Listings at 9 o'clock at zoommeetingwithshana.com. Go ahead and jump in there right now. She'll be in there ready for you to show off some stuff and have some discussions. I might even join. I brought up a couple of different points the other day and we discussed them. And it's a great time. If you have a listing, awesome. If you have buyers, great. If you don't, just jump in and learn something and see what goes on. But you will definitely learn something for all the time that you spend with Stacy. Guaranteed to pick up at least one thing. If you don't, your money back. It's also free, so there's not really any money. So the guarantee's kind of hollow. But you get it nonetheless. You're going to learn something. See you with Stacy. We're done. All right, sir.
First topic we have got is Great Northwest.
Okay.
Now, and word of day is locking.
Okay.
Now.
Got it.
See.
Microphone.